So they'll be calling you a radical here in third world America. Fucking, so will we break the record today? We get the record for everything in America, the old USA. Yay! Putting a new lid on the freaking the most underutilized building in the world, and I'm not kidding. Must have blew the lid off. That place hasn't been sold out in 30 years. Oh, wings, we will pretend. So, will it be the hottest day in the history of the world today? Well, I'll tell you what, the low last night in Ogden was 85. The low. And we're going to talk about how pathetically degenerate, unwinding America is today. The old USA. Reeling out of control debt, 32 trillion, yay! The task cut only costs us 2, that ain't nothing, just 2 trillion don't matter. 1 plus the Orwell on acid, Orwell on a bucket of mushrooms, Orwell on freaking hypnotized Fox News, CNN television could bring this shit up. So, if you're gonna dump water, we're gonna dump water. Did you know, kids, 3 is less than 1? Orwell? 3 is less than 1. 3 full core meltdowns at Fukushima, Japan. At least 3 full core. They've never gotten near. 1 partial core that blew up, that got entombed. No spent fuel pools because it was a new reactor at Chernobyl. 8 spent fuel pools. 7. We'll go with this number 7. 6 spent fuels and the common spent fuel. Blown to smithefucking-reens. I mean, with 40 years of fuel in all of them, including Mox fuel, did you know that this is greater than this in shithole America, the old USA? Reeling out of just 32. You know what the debt was in let's party like it's 1999. Last time that place sold out. You know what the debt was? Well, we had a surplus. The debt was around 3 trillion, between 3 and 4 trillion. You realize it's 32 fucking trillion? And Rand Greenspan. You know what the debt was in 1980? There was no fucking debt. Reeling out of control debt. How about this is a new phenomenon. Hyperpsychotic inflation started in 2000 and Rand Greenspan. Remember their answer was there's no inflation. We just took a bag of potato chips and made a half size. We started shrinking up the center. We made 12 ounces the same prices as 8 ounces, the same price as 12 ounces, but the American sheep don't see. So this is the epitome. I just had this conversation with a guy. You don't think sports branding works? You don't think branding in this country, this is the perfect metaphor. Kids, name probably the losingest franchise in sport in the last, let's go to 1996. You know, that's a good thing. You know, that's 26 years. It's a quarter century. Do you know that franchise is the Dallas Cowboys? They haven't, what have they won? 2 playoff games in 26 years? I don't think they've even went to the championship game, have they? Super Bowl. Do you know they're the most valuable sports franchise in the world? And the losingest sport. Think. Fuck it. Surfers who can't surf, skiers who can't ski, freaking, it's all a cliche. You go to Oregon, you look at brand new boats, car match truck, when fishing's pretty well closed. And there's no fucking fish. Oh, wings, we will pretend. Because that's what American freaking consumption freak show is made of. And in the end, oh, wings, we will pretend. You know, China has one. You know how much every time one of them goes in there? Sound of freedom. That's freedom. Really out of control debt. 32 trillion, that's all. Psycho, incredible, out of control, hyperinflation. Crumbling infrastructure. Homeless crisis for hell. Health fucking crisis. Drug or suicide crisis. You looked around, see what people look like? But we're the bestest, greatest country in the world. American exceptionalism, yay. So the GOP, tax the future, good to my friends. We speak with our tongue. Then you got the imperialist left. You're going to be the next freaking celebrity, freaking politician. Kitties, name the third world shithole country. Name it. Johnny, you could play in the NBA. Yeah, if you're born a 6'6", 6'7" mutated goon, there's a possibility, 1 in a million. You could play in the NFL, but meanwhile, while you're coming up in junior high, then get your brains bashed in. You could be the next CEO. Yeah, you could be the next Elon Musk. You could be the next Jeff Bezos. You could be the next freaking Bill Gates. Who the fuck would want to be? You could be a billionaire. Yay, a billion. Think about it. There were no billionaires in this country. It's against the fucking law. Just the fact that we got a handful of people control fucking 60, 70, 80, 90% of all the wealth in this fucking country. It's called imperialism. Like a new world order? No, it's old world order. They're back. Same old thing. 1914. Didn't World War I start in Crimea? Proxy war on BALCO. Let's send some cluster bombs now that are against the Geneva Convention. Nuclear bombs are against the Geneva Convention. So is waterboarding people. So is freaking, you name it. What do we care? Our wings, we will pretend the military. Yes, we're the greatest, bestest country in the world. American exception on BALCO. So we broke the record again. It's just out. So this is from 1979. In 1980, the United States started to overconsume. We were consuming 12% of the world's product. We made up less than 4% of the world's population. Considered consumption junkie pigs. So we're talking 1980, we're talking 43 years, 44, yay, 44, Bernard Devoto, 44 years in a row. 44 years in a row, we broke the world's consumption record. Do you know we're consuming well over 50% of the world's product in the United States, and we make up less than 4%? Now, you think about it. Recycling, fuck, when we were a kid, we recycled. Fuck, you walk on, start the street, got your pop bottles, whatever. We don't even consider recycling. You don't think this country's gone? Like I said, Orwell, tide pulls at your feet. 3 full-blown out nuclear meltdowns at Fukushima, Japan, and you're worried about what's going to happen, could happen in fucking Russia at the Big Z. I'm the guy that named it the Big Z. We're the downwinders. Hello, glycerine moves left to right. Breaking news, fish swim. Tide pools dead at your feet. Demonic acid in all the animals. The crash of the seals. The crash of the tide pools. The crash of the salmon. I mean, unarguable smoking gun science, and we're still going to double down. We need more. Yay, new poll shows Utah wants nuclear. Okay. What the fuck? What the fuck? Clean grain. Orwell couldn't dream it up. Kids, Winston, 1984 on BALCO, on chemo. Winston, 2 + 2 is whatever we tell you it is. It's 9/11, it's 3/11, it's whatever we think. Okay. 2 + 2 is whatever you're lying to me, Winston. You're lying to me, Winston. We're lying with. So the new on BALCO, Orwell on chemo, 1947 on BALCO. Same year that the name the 3 branches of government, kiddies, in America. CIA. Yay. NSA. The anti-Big Brother state is now the Big Brother state. Yay, go Utah. My flag's bigger than your flag. CFR. What makes this country so unique? Used to be its diversity. Used to be the First Amendment. Used to be open freedom of thought, diversity of thought. Going, gone. Thank you, 9/11, the gift that keeps on giving. America, home of the cowards, land of the afraid. Boogeyman. Went up to Afghanistan to kill the Taliban. Went up to Iraq to get a big old sack with Dick Cheney and friends. Democrats, fucking giving Dick Cheney, one of the greatest war criminals in history, standing ovation on the Senate floor. Henry Kissinger's turned 100. Ted Koppel, maybe he can tell us about Fukushima, 44 years later. Well, if you put in a call to Putin right now, would he take a call? Yeah, most likely. Just to think the fact that he's got his phone number. If you put in a call to Z, would he take it? China? Yeah. He's 100. Oh, they don't illuminate, they radiate. So we have the worst nuclear ecological catastrophe in human fucking history. The Fukushima meltdowns at Fukushima, Japan. Impossible to cover that. There's no way they can cover that. Impossible. Impossible. When it happened, I'm like, part of me was finally happy. I'm like, fuck, it's over. The greatest lie in human history, nuclear energy, is fucking over. We got sent enough for shutdown. I'm like, it's over. They'll never cover this. Who knew? Again, skiers who can't ski, surfers who can't surf, fishermen who can't fish. I'm a butcher, what's a cow? I'm a baker, what's a fucking cake? I'm a fisherman, won't boat. I'm a Weber State basketball player, who's Damian Lillard, who's Jerry Cardi. I just talked to a guy about, who's going on about fantasy football, cowboy, and I says, your fantasy football player you want to get on your team this year comes in your store right here. Used to every day. You know him, you talk to him. Rashid Shaheed. Who's that? You go to California and you watch the thousands of people in the water surfing. None of them know how to surf. You might get one or two here or there. The real surfers got out years ago. You go to ski here. I'm on the plane all the time flying with them. We're going skiing in Utah. You go up there on the hill and they got their all freaking thousands of dollars worth of gear. They can't ski. It's all luxury good. You know what it costs to go skiing right there, basically now? Fuck, used to be, peanuts. Fuck, I think it's $250 a day. It's all luxury good. You go to an NBA fucking game, you know how much an NBA ticket? I was at the game when Jordan dropped the shot on the Jazz. I'm sitting right across. Face value on that ticket, 12th fucking row, $66. That thing would cost you fucking 100 times that. Yeah, it's all a cliche. Sports brand, you don't think it works in this country? Went up to Afghanistan to kill the Taliban. Went up to Iraq to get a big old sack. Went up to Vietnam to kill the Viet Cong. Fucking boogeyman, boogeyman, boogeyman. How nice is they invented ISIS. Make it rain in Ukraine. The military industrialized war pigs reeling out of control. Fucking debt. Psycho hyperinflation. Crumbling infrastructure. Homeless crisis from fucking hell. Fucking health fucking crisis. Mental health fucking crisis. Suicide fucking crisis. Don't drink the fucking water. American exceptionalism, denial, fucking, you've been had. You've been had. They don't illuminate, they radiate. Bestest, greatest country. Will it be the record today? We got to have every record. We go on the consumption record. We're Americans. We're Americans. Proud Americans. Will the Mojave be the hottest in history today? 131. If not, maybe tomorrow. I think the low here in Ogden last night was 85. They're saying it could stay over 100 for 3-4 solid weeks every single day. Huh. Nothing to see. Run along, kiddies. Obey, consume, obey, consume, obey, consume, obey, consume. Of cancer. The American dream. Turned into an American fucking angry. Don't drop your dry cask container. TikTok, Diablo Canyon Club. Who knew? The greatest ecological catastrophe in human fucking history. The triple meltdowns at Fukushima, Japan. Spent fuel pools blown all over, jet stream moves left to right. Dead tide told your feet, idiots, a cult. And the American sheep couldn't see. The nuclear energy emperors. They have no fucking clothes. Stay tuned.